Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and I am so happy to see those of you that return and happy to meet those of you that are brand new. My name is Kendra, and I'm in Washington State, and I'm mom to 5 grown. 3 are still here. All work full-time. Let's see what else. I have 2 little fur babies, toy black poodles, and today I'm going to make just a standard Mississippi pot roast. This was the meal on the last meal on last week's meal planner. I put up a meal planner every Sunday, and I try to stick to it. And I finally yesterday got this beautiful chuck roast at Minder's Meats in Bremerton, Washington. I've not been in there, but I liked it a lot. So anyway, if you've never heard of a Mississippi pot roast, it's one of those things that you can put in your crock pot in the morning and never look back until you're ready to eat it. It's wonderful. So I'm going to put in this is a 5-pound chuck roast, 5 adults here. I'm going to use a packet of au jus, a packet of ranch, and a generous helping of Golden Greek pepperoncini in, I hope this is medium. I think it said, yeah, medium. My glasses are on top of my head again. And also, I left it over here. Let me go get that. Also, a whole stick of butter. This is a salted butter, and if I had the choice, I would have used an unsalted butter. But you know, there's salt in ranch and salt in au jus, so it won't make that big a difference. I just won't salt it at the table or in the pot any further than that. And along with it, I'm going to thaw and bake some of these Rhodes. They're my favorite dinner rolls, Texas-sized rolls. Thaw, rise, and bake. So here we go. I'll put the chuck roast in first. All right, my chuck roast is in the pot. So the next thing I'm going to do is just sprinkle on some au jus first, I think. Oh, does it really matter? I fuss over things like that. What should I do first? Let's see. So it's as simple as just sprinkling it on over the top, dry. You don't have to mix anything. You just put it in like that. There we go. And then I'm going to do the ranch next. Same thing, you just sprinkle it in all over. Try to spread the love. And this is all going to make a beautiful gravy, by the way. That's it. And then, when I first started making this, I just laid a stick of butter on top. And now I cut it into, tablespoons or whatever it is. Pats, and I spread it all around. So I'll do that now. I think I will put the phone down for the grease. Okay, the butter's all in, and I just kind of spread it around. It's going to melt anyway onto everything, so it doesn't really matter. Now I've got, with a fresh fork that never touched meat, don't cross-contaminate. I've got kids that eat these raw out of a jar, so you don't want to put a raw beef fork into that. I don't know, maybe the pickle would kill it, but not enough for me. Now, when I first started making this recipe, I used a set amount from the recipe that I had of number of pepperoncinis. I have 4 grown men eating this. And so, you do it for you. If you've got little kids who are sensitive, use the mild and use just a few, or don't even tell them you used them and just eat them up yourself. So I don't know how many I used, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. And after you do that, in order to wet this down a little bit, again, you be you. I'm not measuring this. This is the amount of juice that I'm using in here. I'm just going to spread the love around. It's hard to do that. I should have put it in a container. Usually I just tip the jar. I wanted you to see. Okay, so there you have it. Now I'm going to put this on low for the rest of the day. And what time is it right now? 9:06 a.m. It'll be ready at 5 easy on low. And it'll be just so pull apart tender that you won't even believe it. It's just the best roast. I never liked roast until Mississippi pot roast recipe came into my life. I did not eat it, would not eat it. I thought it was gross. So let's get that on the crock pot. Okay, I've got the rolls rising over here on a tray. I've got this crock pot out because I'm going to use it for mashed potatoes that are going to go with the Mississippi pot roast, and then I'll ask them if they want corn or green beans or what with it. And that is it for, I'm going to, peel potatoes and put them in here and everything, but you've seen that done before, I'm sure. The other thing is, did you know that today, Saturday, April 13th, is National Peach Cobbler Day? Now, I was going to make banana nut bread, and I still am. I have to. It's come to that. I have to make it. I can't let it go another day. But this is going to be the easy peasy dump cake peach cobbler, and I'll show you how I do that. I just do it a little bit different maybe. And then we'll have peach cobbler for dessert if we want it, because that banana nut bread is going to my mom and dad. Okay, here's my peach cobbler dump cake for National Peach Cobbler Day. So these are the players that I'll use. I'll use 1 yellow cake mix. If I had butter cake mix, I would have used that. I'll use 1 whole stick of butter. I'll use 2 cans of peach pie filling. And I'll add some cinnamon, but that's it, because this is already peach pie filling, so it's got some spices in it, but I'm going to add that to the actual cake batter. It's going to get topped with vanilla ice cream and homemade caramel, which I made with, sweetened condensed milk. Easy, easy peasy. All right, now, one of the differences that I think that I do is that rather than cut this into chunks and put it on top, I melt my butter. So I'm going to do that now. Butter is all melted. I just stuck it in the microwave and watched it close. And I'm going to put a baby spoonful of cinnamon in this. It won't mix because it just doesn't with butter usually at all. It just, see how it does, but when I put the next thing in, it will mix. Just get it in there. Boy, that smells good already. I love the scent of cinnamon. All things autumn spices. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on the cinnamon and get ready for the next step. I just dumped a whole, box of cake mix. Like I said, I'm using yellow. Wish I had a butter cake mix, and I may have, but I didn't dig for it very long. I want to get this show on the road. I've got so much housework to do. I've got to bathe the poodles. I've got to fold the laundry, put more laundry in. Yeah, you just can't, It's the usual Saturday, right? There now. I mixed cinnamon, cake mix, and a half cup of 1 stick of melted butter. And now I'm going to spray this pan, and I'm going to put peach pie filling, 2 cans, on the bottom. Peaches are in, and now I'm just going to take my fingers and crumble along the top here, and so it's all covered evenly with butter and cake. All right, there it is, all covered. And I'm going to bake this at 350 degrees for 25 or 30 minutes. I'll check it at 25, just like the cake mix says if you were making a cake. And I won't put anything else on top of this unless I start to see it get too brown, and then I will cover it with something. So that's that. I love how that looks when you pour milk in an iced coffee. It's like art. It's done. I'm going to put a cover over this just for a little while so that it is even better when you serve it after dinner. And that's that. It cooked for about 32 minutes, I would say, baked for 32 minutes. Well, here it is, and I'm going to try to get some out, put it in a plate, and give it to my husband. Oh, yeah. So it looks like that after. It didn't stick at all. I did spray the pan, though. I'm going to put a little ice cream and caramel on top, just a little bit. The ice cream, let's see if I can do the caramel on camera. I don't know if it'll come out or not. Yeah, it's pretty thick. And I don't want to put too much on there because he's not a big sweets fan. There, that's enough. Ta-da! Well, I'm going to close up this video now. I'm not going to show you the mashed potatoes and the corn and everything. I just wanted to show you the Mississippi pot roast and this cobbler. So happy National Peach Cobbler Day to you. And if you got along this far, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. If you never have, there's a bell icon. And if you pop that up in the right-hand corner, it'll let you know if I make new videos. Those of you that have already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.